What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Colin. We're here at the ranch today, and what I'm going to be doing is building a guardrail with a gate for our loft. As of right now, it's been completely open, but with Aiden being 10 months old, he's wanting to climb all over everything, and that makes us pretty uneasy. What I've done is I've bought nothing but 2x4 materials, so my biggest thing is making sure that this is functional and affordable. So I'm going to take some measurements, come up with a plan, get all my tools together, and see what we can make happen. Let's go! So I should have everything I need to get this going. I've got my generator here along with my circular saw and my 2x4 lumber. I've got 12 sticks. Here I've got my crescent wrench. I've got a ratchet. I've got some carriage bolts, little gate latch, some gate hinges, random assortment of screws. I got some drill bits, drill, impactor. I've got my grinder with my cutoff wheel, some batteries. Got my router, got my sander with some sanding discs, got my jigsaw, got my handy dandy little tool belt with all my knickknacks, and of course I've got Vanessa and Aiden here for moral support. Alright, let's go inside and take some measurements. Here's the game plan. I've got my roof here, I've got my loft. What I did is I found center, and I've decided that I want my gate opening to be 2 feet wide right here. So we got my 2 feet. This is going to be one vertical support 2x4, another vertical support 2x4. I found center off of each side, so I'm going to have 4 vertical supports in total. These 2 outermost supports look like they're going to tie into this roof rafter pretty nicely. So that's going to dictate my height on either side. This is going to come over. I'll have a horizontal piece here to my gate. Here up top. Down low, I'm going to tie in a couple more horizontal 2x4s, which will also go into the roof rafter. And then I'm going to rip some 2x4s to make some skinnier pieces, which I'll use to fill in all this open space. I decided to go vertical as opposed to horizontal so that Aiden wouldn't have a ladder that he could essentially climb up and get out of. And then I will just build my gate right there. Here I am preparing those side pieces that'll tie into the roof rafters. Since I know that my roof is a 12-12 pitch, I know that it's going to be 45, so nice and easy. Going to match them both up. I had already previously taken some measurements, so I knew which length I wanted them to be, and as long as they're the same in the same spots on each side, they should match up with that height like I was hoping for. Now I'm making sure to router all the edges, and I will also make sure to sand everything. Since this is for my son, I want to make sure that there's no sharp edges, nothing that could give him splinters. Also, it just makes it look a lot more visually appealing. I'm now installing that side piece. This is my first one. I'm using my torpedo level to get it plumb, and I'm right on that center mark that I had measured previously. And I use 18 gauge brad nailer with 2-inch brads just to tack it in place. When I'm working by myself, I found this extremely handy for giving me almost, an extra hand, and I'll go in afterwards and pop in some screws, but this helps me to just work faster. Now I'm preparing my 2 vertical 2x4s that'll be on opposing sides of my gate. I did run these just a little bit longer so that I'd be able to get perfect level with my upper railing. The reason is that my loft sags ever so slightly, maybe a ½ inch in the middle, just because of the 12-foot span, and I wanted to make sure that I could get those perfectly level up top, so that's what I'm doing right now. Ran them long, ran the 4-foot level across, marked it, and now I'm just nipping them with my circular saw, getting sawdust all over the second floor. Now here I am installing those pieces, once again using that 18 gauge brad nailer, getting it started. You can see it's pretty hard without that brad nailer to hold everything in place, but that really helps a lot. Get my torpedo level on there, make sure I'm happy, and then brad nailer, hold it, bah, there you go. And I'll be doing that to both sides, just like so. For these vertical supports, I'm going to be putting one 5-inch carriage bolt in each one, just right in the center, and then two 3-inch screws. Let's go level 2. All right, carriage bolts. And washer, lock washer, and a nut, and tighten her down. And I'll be doing that for all 4. Yo, so I did a couple things while you weren't looking. One of those is I installed the horizontal pieces near the floor of my loft. So installed, I just tacked those in real quick after I had routed and sanded them down real nice. So all I have to do is just pop in some screws and I'll be done. I also slept, so that was nice. It's the next day. It's looking a little windy, a little breezy, but it's not too bad. Not raining at all, so that's great. Next thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna just be ripping my 2x4s and preparing all of those vertical pieces to pop into place. All right. Here I clamped my 2x4 down to a table and I'm finding center and I'm just gonna rip this down. I ended up needing 4 pieces for each side of the gate that are going to be consistent to block off that open space. So 2 8-foot sticks of 2x4 worked out great for giving me those 8 pieces overall. So for my vertical skinnier pieces, this is my ripped down 2x4 and I've cut it to length. I've routed the edges and I've softened it up with the sander. Also, I put some pilot holes on the end since I am near the end of this wood grain. I don't want to split it. I also added a little 1-inch chamfer here at the end to give it some style. So I'll just be throwing in my screws ahead of time, having everything measured out, and then just popping these in. These ones are all consistent. There's 8 total. The ones on the sides are going to be tapering, and those will be a little bit different. Five inches on center for each one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach each one here at the bottom, centered as I can, and then just use my torpedo level to plumb up from each one and just pop in that top screw. Hey! So it's been 2 weeks since I've finished this, and I'm just now wrapping up this video. I was in a hurry when I was making the video and trying to record everything and finish this off just didn't work out. So I want to cover just a couple things that I wasn't able to record in the video and wrap this up. Hopefully this is a decent enough angle so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is where it ended up being just a little custom, was right in here. So I knew my spacing and I knew that I needed 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical pieces here. I just didn't know exactly the length I needed. So what I ended up doing is I just cut my 45 that I knew I was going to be using up top here, and I left them just a little bit long down here. So I got exactly where it was plumb and on my measurement, and then I just took the pencil and just marked right down here at the bottom, cut it, and put my chamfer on the end and install them. So it was just a little more involved. And as you can see here, as you can see here, this screws at an angle. So what I did is I actually started from this side originally and worked my way in, and I was blocking myself off with my impactor. So I did better on the other side. So I learned, but it holds it in place. You know, it's for a 10-month-old to who knows how long baby, but it feels sturdy and solid, so I'm pretty happy with it. I'd say job well done. Let me know what you guys think. And as far as the door goes, I just reversed this. So you can see here I have my vertical protective pieces on the outside. So that was to kind of break up the monotony, as well as allow for these hinges and the door to open all the way. You can see if I had it the other way, this piece here would have been bumping in right here, and it would have caused a problem with opening and closing the gate. That's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. In the comment section below, definitely let me know if you have any recommendations, things you want to see in the future, ideas. I will keep coming out with these. I don't want to call them how-to videos. It's more of how I did it kind of videos. Give us a like, subscribe, help keep this channel going. I'm gonna do all I can to keep learning about editing, filming, coming up with some scripts so things flow a little bit smoother. It's all new to me, so I appreciate you guys sticking it through and hanging around. Stay in tune, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.